Welcome back. I'm Cory.
And I'm Wallace.
And we're an early retired couple that are currently just traveling the world. At the moment, we're in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
And today we're starting from the rooftop garden on level 8 of our apartment building. And we're going to go take you guys for brunch today. We're going to go to a little place called Fox Paradox.
I found it on Find Me Gluten Free. I'm feeling like a little bit of Western food, and it has pancakes on it. That's the only thing they have that's gluten free, so we're going to go and check it out.
And after that, maybe later today, we're going to go check out Kampong Baru, which is a Malay village here in the heart of Kuala Lumpur city center. So follow along and we'll show you what we find today.
We found it. It's in this mall. It has 4.5-star rating, so we'll go and see. It only had pancakes on there for me, so Wallace can give you a better review of like the other food. So you said ordering here was not actually straightforward. What was so weird about it?
So they don't have physical menus. You gotta scan that QR code and order off their app, which the app worked well enough. One little thing, when you get to the section, you have to pay to submit your order, and then the first spot will ask you for your phone number so it can send you an SMS text message. When I plugged in my Canadian number, it said that that wasn't eligible, so you got to skip that section, scroll all the way down, and there's a little link to continue as a guest. So that's what you need to do that. So we've submitted our orders. We've got our drinks now. Some fresh pressed juice. Looks pretty tasty. There's a slice of dried orange on top. Oh, it's not very sweet. It's orange. I feel like there's something else in there, and I can't figure out what that is. It's orange and something else. But yeah, it's good. Nice and cold and refreshing. And then we're just waiting for our main courses to show up. All right, my meal has shown up. I don't know if you can see that. That looks super cool. And it is basically they call it a breakfast stack. So it's 2 crispy hash browns. And there's like a chicken patty, some beef bacon because this place is halal. There's egg, there's cheese, and I believe a slice of tomato in there. And it's served with it looks like some mayo and some really cool flour garnish on top, and some spiced french fries, which look really good. Let's see if I can get a bite with a little everything here. Nope, failed. Let's try that again. Well, this bite's mostly hash brown. Oh, that's crispy and delicious. Savory. Get the creamy mayo on top.
What are the fries spiced with?
I have absolutely no idea. It's just a bit of a seasoning salt, tasting like paprika, salt, pepper, and I'm not sure what else.
Try to get a bite with everything.
This is going to be difficult. This thing is crazy. Here we got some of the bacon, some of the chicken. That's really tasty. It's kind of an odd combination, but it really does kind of work.
Alright, so I got the only gluten-free thing on the menu, which was pancakes, which is exactly what I was feeling like. So you said it's rice flour pancake with a bunch of fruit, obviously. So there's coconut, blueberry, there's some whipping cream, mango, and I think cranberries and walnut or pecan. I skipped the syrup because it was a coffee coconut syrup and they didn't have any alternatives, and I really don't like coffee. So let's see.
I'm just gonna come in a little closer here, get a shot of that. That looks good.
It's more like a crepe than it is a pancake, which I'm not really surprised by. Doesn't really satisfy like the pancake craving because it's more of a crepe, so it's really chewy and
It's not a fluffy pancake like you were wanting?
but it's good. So just be aware that you're not going to get exactly like a Western pancake, but it'll do. Overall, what did you think?
I enjoyed it. That was not, really the kind of breakfast I was envisioning, but it was actually really tasty.
Mine was really good. I think it would have been better with a syrup or something because it was really dry. That's kind of on me because I don't like coffee, but I've never run into a syrup having coffee in it, so.
And they didn't have any other alternatives, unfortunately.
Yeah. Just don't be expecting like the pancakes that you get at home. Just know that it's a crepe.
Yeah, so I mean, that was Fox Paradox. We paid about $32 Canadian. It was 101 ringgit, 32 Canadian for that breakfast. And that's, honestly, that's not cheap for Malaysia. However, for a breakfast of, that, quality back home in Canada would have easily cost us over $50. So still relatively good value for us, as far as I'm concerned. I'd go back there, so.
Yeah. If they had a few more options for gluten-free, I'd probably consider going back, but I probably wouldn't return.
Yeah,
just because
fair.
It wasn't exactly what I wanted. But
And that was the only option on the menu for Cory, unfortunately. Yeah, okay. This time of day, usually that early afternoon tends to get a little warmer out. It is already 32 degrees when we were walking to breakfast, so by the time we were done, it got a little warmer. Sun was starting to come out, so yeah, this is a nice way to come back, cool off in the air-conditioned apartment for a little while before we head back out this afternoon. So what we've got here for treats, we picked these up from Jaya Grocer, which is just one of the local grocery stores. And this is kueh, which are traditional Malaysian and Indonesian sweet treats. So that's in these two containers here. These were 3 ringgit each, so about 95 cents Canadian for each packet, and there's 2 pieces in each. So yeah, we'll show you what we got here. This first one we've had before. They call this one kueh pattaya lapis.
we had that in Vancouver, though, didn't we?
We've had this in Vancouver. We've had this in Thailand. And so this is very similar to various Vietnamese and Thai types of desserts. I don't know if you can see that there. So this is like a steamed layer cake that's made of tapioca and coconut milk and sugar, and it's colored green with pandan or screw pine leaves, which is a really lovely aromatic flavor that we both love. And because they're made of glutinous rice flour, they're naturally gluten-free for Cory, or at least wheat gluten-free.
We already know what this tastes like and we love it.
Yeah, hold this up here so you guys can see a little better. So it's really jiggly, kind of like a jello-y consistency because of the tapioca and the glutinous rice.
Mm. I can never really describe the flavor or like the texture. The texture is more...
It's soft, a little bit chewy.
almost like Jello-like, but not like the Jello bite, but then there's like a powderiness to it. So I do recommend it for anybody who is gluten-free. It's one of the treats that you can actually have.
And pandan's such a lovely flavor. It's just this earthy, aromatic flavor that's just really quite nice. It's hard to explain. There's not much else that I can think of that it tastes like. So when you're in Southeast Asia, give it a try. You probably won't be disappointed. Now this one is Pulut Inti is what it's labeled as. And these are a glutinous sticky rice that's wrapped in, I believe, a banana leaf. And I believe it has like a coconut sugar, palm sugar topping on top. So you can see each one's wrapped in this neat little banana leaf packet. It's pinned together with a toothpick here. So I'm going to pull that apart. And let's unwrap it. It's like Christmas here. Okay, cool. So they've got the top of it. There's a piece of plastic to keep it clean. Oh, that looks really interesting.
Is that coconut and cane sugar, probably?
It's palm sugar.
Palm sugar?
Palm sugar is the most common traditional sweetener used over in this part of Southeast Asia. So I don't even see that. It's like this sticky rice, and then it's just got this sweet, coconutty, sweet palm sugar mixture on top. I'm just gonna give this a bite here. Should get the inside of that. I think you're gonna like that.
Well, let's find out. Oof.
It's sweet, it's coconutty.
It's not overly sweet though.
No, it's not overly sweet, considering how much palm sugar is on top of there. It's got that nice coconut flavor. It's got the chewiness from the sticky rice. It's different. I like it.
That's very different. And because gluten-free snacks are kind of limited here, there are a lot of imports. So this, my sister introduced me to it when she went to Australia. She brought it back. It's basically like an Oreo dipped in chocolate with mint in the middle.
I'm going to disagree. It's closer to the chocolate mint thin Girl Guide cookies or Girl Scout cookies that you get in Canada and the US. The brand is Coles, which is a UK brand, of course, because Malaysia has a lot of British heritage. So these are all imported from the UK. But yeah, it's basically a mint chocolate biscuit that's covered in chocolate.
So if you're gluten-free, we found these at the Jaya grocer. That's the only place we've seen them so far. And you're craving like more Western snacky, I recommend it. They also have biscuit digestives and stuff that you have with tea. I don't have any here today. So just so you know, when you're gluten-free, there are a few snacks that you can get at the grocery store that are going to be very recognizable.
So we're going to finish these and relax, have our cup of chai, and then we're going to head back out in a little bit and we'll take you guys along. So welcome back. We've had a little bit of a siesta this afternoon and it's now just after 6 p.m. It's much cooler now. It's about 29 Celsius. We are just currently walking from our building, apartment building, which you can see just there in the background behind me. And we've got the highway below and next to me here. And we're about to cross this cool looking bridge over there behind me now. And where we're going is over to Kampong Baru, which is a local Malay village. So we're going to take you over there, show you around a little bit. There's a night market there because it's Saturday night. Get some food and go explore for a bit. Sorry for the traffic noise, but you can see this pedestrian overpass we're about to cross over. This little bridge that goes across the highway. It's pretty unique looking. So that overpass we just walked over is called the Pintasan Saloma. And it was opened, I don't know if you can read that, it was opened in 2020 and is the longest single-span steel structure elevated walkway in Malaysia. And now that we've crossed over the walkway on the other side of the canal, down below us is Kampong Baru, the little Malaysian village. And as soon as we come down off of that walkway, we're down on the other side of the highway from where we were staying. You can still see the skyscrapers in the background behind us, but all of a sudden, this feels like a very authentic local area. You've got houses, you know, on either side of this alleyway here. There's some restaurants down at the end of the alley.
Playing and a
Kids,
carport.
yeah, kicking a soccer ball around. Families just out doing their evening routine. We're literally minutes away from KLCC, but all of a sudden it's just very not touristy, and it's really awesome.
Highly recommend coming, like, just to get a feel for local.
Yeah, I think this is some of the last bits of actual local culture, Malay culture in the Kuala Lumpur city center area. So,
well, sadly, what did you say it was worth?
Yeah, I Googled it, and this tract of land is worth estimated to be worth $1.4 billion. Kampong Baru was actually established way back in 1899 by the Sultan at the time. I don't know his name, you'll have to Google it yourself. But in order to allow the local Malay people to continue living their village lifestyle in and amongst the city itself as the city was growing around it. So very cool, very local.
Oops.
And we're walking down the middle of the street. This car's trying to get by, as you can see. And yeah, it feels very authentic here. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of controversy around it. Looks like politically, you know, they'd love to be able to flatten this all out and develop and build, you know, skyscrapers. But so far, I guess the local community's pushed back, and you know, the village remains where it is. So fingers crossed.
So
yeah,
hopefully
fingers
in
crossed.
the future that is the case.
So that's where we just came from. And just gonna go wander down. This looks like the main street. Ooh, that smells good. I'm making some barbecue satay skewers there. That looks delicious. It smells delicious. You can smell the charcoal grill they're using to grill the satay skewers.
So again, the same rules apply whenever you're going into places like this. Look for busy, because you want high turnover to prevent food poisoning.
And given the number of vendors and stalls I see all down these next couple blocks, I think we found where we're going. We're just wandering down a side street here in Kampung Baru, and the evening call to prayer just started. It's very local here, very cool. Show you guys what the street scene looks like.
فمن شاء ذكره في صحف مكرمة مرفوعة مطهرة بأيدي سفرة كرام بررة قتل الإنسان ما أكفره من أي شيء خلقه خلقه من نطفة خلقه فقدره ثم السبيل يسره ثم أماته فأقبره ثم إذا شاء
That mosque across the street is the source of the call to prayer. This is the, I think, official gateway into Kampong Baru. A lot of cars coming in here. The mosque is just there. You can maybe just see the minaret there sticking up through the trees. Getting fairly busy. So we're here at Nasi Lemak Wanjo. Looks like more of a definitely a very local restaurant. I think it's kind of like warung style, where you've got, you know, all the stuff is basically pre-made. You walk in, you point and choose what you want to order, and they plate it up and you grab it, sit down and eat. They do a lot of takeaway as well here, it looks like. Online it's, you know, fairly highly recommended. A lot of people come through here. It's a big restaurant, lots of seats, lots of people in there. Very busy right now, even though it's early. So we're gonna check that out and see what I can eat, because odds are there's not gonna be as much in here that's gluten-free.
I'm pretty sure, just given the ingredients of Nasi Lemak, might be safe. But for me, I just don't want to risk cross-contamination, and they're just too busy, and nobody really gets the gluten-free in the culture. So I'm just not going to be taking any chances today.
Yeah, unfortunately, gluten-free isn't very common in this part of the world. Nasi Lemak itself is basically coconut rice with, you know, sambal, and served with a boiled egg and fried peanuts and anchovies and cucumber. It is technically gluten-free, but they serve so many other things that the risk of cross-contamination is pretty high, and Cory would rather not get sick, which I totally understand.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go in, I'm gonna grab a little bit of food, and we'll see how it is. Hello, thank you. Dine-in, yes. So you walk in, they take your drink order, which you pick up from there, and then you come in here and you get your food. And there's a lot of food going on here. Hello. Just for one. Yeah. Nasi lemak, and the ayam goreng.
Ayam goreng, Maggi, potato, you want try? Potato mixed beef.
No, just that is fine. Yeah.
Beef rendang, clam,
I'll try a little bit of the beef rendang.
beef rendang. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, that looks awesome. So you've got all these different options here, all laid out, ready to go. It looks super fresh. Hello. I've got my freshly made watermelon juice, and we're gonna go back to the table. Very clean in here, actually. A lot of locals. It's still early, so it's not crazy busy yet. Got my food, got my drink. Freshly made watermelon juice with ice. Absolutely delicious. Oh, that's tasty. And so what I've got is nasi lemak, which is, whoops, there's fans in here, so my napkin's blowing away. So nasi lemak is the coconut rice, and it's served with the sambal, which is the spicy chili garlic sauce. There's some fried anchovies, there's a boiled egg, some cucumber, and what I've got today, two different things, both very local specialties. This is ayam goreng, which is a fried chicken, like a spicy fried chicken marinated with like turmeric and other spices. And this here is a beef rendang, which, as far as I understand it, is like a stewed beef curry type dish. Again, it's very much a local delicacy here, so I wanted to try that. This is as local as it gets, and from what I understand, this is basically very traditional Malay food. Much more authentic than what you get in the shopping malls and places like that. So let's give it a try. I'm just gonna try the sauce here first. Oh, wow, that is tasty. Holy crap. So that was the beef. Just gonna get a bite of the beef here itself. It's not as tender as I would be used to. So let's see if we can get a bite of that here. Oh, wow. That is super savory, really spicy. Just so much flavor packed into that beef. I couldn't even begin to tell you what all spices and seasonings are in that. I'll have to look that one up later. Maybe I'll post, when we post this, I'll list some of what's in there. But that's incredible. Now we're gonna get into this chicken. Let's see, I'm just gonna go in with my hands. Super flavorful. It's white meat. It's a little drier than I would personally like, but it is still very tasty, very good. I mean, I don't know what to say. This is absolutely delicious. It's spicy, savory, a little salty. The sambal is really interesting. So, I don't know if you can see that. So that's the sambal. And it's chilies and garlic and shrimp paste. And it's a little bit sweet. There's some sugar in it. So it gives just really nice sweetness to balance out all the flavors. Absolutely delicious. That was good. Definitely tastier than I expected. You don't ever really know what to expect when you wander into these little local places, but it was very tasty. The food was very fresh. Everything in there was clean, so I don't really have any reservations. Would definitely eat there again, especially for the relative value, of what you got.
Did you not say it was the best fried chicken you've ever had?
You know what? Okay, the chicken was dry, a little overcooked for my taste, especially for white meat. The flavor profile on that fried chicken, absolutely the tastiest fried chicken that I've ever had. Just marinated beautifully. The flavor was phenomenal. Highly recommend, if you guys are in Kampong Baru, come to Nasi Lemak, Wanjo.
The drinks are definitely safe. So we just got juices. I got dragon fruit. He got watermelon. So that's at least an option for celiacs.
Yeah, their juice bar, smoothie bar, definitely safe. So yeah. At least there's that for Cory. The later it gets, the more people we see here. The restaurants are getting a lot busier. And there's cats everywhere. Hello, buddy. Come on. Except they're not strays. They all have collars on, most of them anyways. There's another one. Hello, buddy. Say hello. Except we've seen a bunch of the restaurants and vendors, they've got water bowls, food bowls out for them, so they're not stray cats. They're taken care of at least, and probably also good for pest control. Look at those mad satay making skills.
Yeah, satay.
We've already eaten, so we're not hungry enough to try, but this place, Soraya Seafood, there's a line going all the way to the corner there where the alley starts. Yeah, they're busy, and that's usually the mark of a good restaurant, so maybe we'll come back here another day. We're just walking out of Kampung Baru now, and you can see how close we really are to the city center, because there's the Petronas Towers.
You can see the bridge
just there. we can just see the bridge. It's probably not very visible on the GoPro, but the that overpass that we walked over is there as well. And so yeah, we're literally just minutes outside of the heart of KL, and you got this like little village here with all these local restaurants and things and these little local houses. Pretty cool place. I liked it. Okay, I think that's where we're gonna leave here for tonight. It's really busy up here. We're just about to go back over that overpass. There's people doing photos
Photography
and
everywhere.
yeah, everywhere around us. So we hope you like this video. If you're in KL, we definitely recommend you come check out Kampong Baru. Very cool. So if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe to follow along on our future adventures.
And yeah, we hope that you do follow us along with our next adventure and stay curious and keep exploring.